Pie chart is what we are going to see. We have seen now basics of angles. We have seen how to measure angles. We have seen how you can look at something and estimate. Now, in most cases, we are going to be measuring. We measure using a protractor. So now we are going to see how can you use the idea of angles to represent data. So that data should be given in angles, as we are going to see. So a pie chart, this is what we use to represent data in proportion to the angle of the given data. This is a circular diagram. This is to present data in a sector of a circle basing on the angle proportion of the data. So you're going to do it in groups of 5. Do a pie chart showing the data below of students who eat the following types of food. So we have types of food. We have posho, matoke, rice, and then others. Others, they are giving us X here. So we have those who are eating posho, they are representing the proportion of 150 degrees. Matoke, 90 degrees. Rice, 75. Then others are X. So we need to get X there. So then represent it on a pie chart. It's a circular diagram as we've seen. So group yourselves in groups of 5. Then you try to show me how you can draw that data. Then after we'll see what happens. Okay, we have said we are going to use basically 10 minutes for that. Can you start? Okay, then you group that group there. You bring the work, and I thought I'm going to use. Okay, so this is group 4, and this is how they are presenting their work. I don't know if everyone can see. This is how they are presenting their work. Hope you can look at it properly there. And then you look at it and you see how they are presenting. Okay, so I'm going to pin it up and then we're going to do it. So let me pin it around here that we can see what they have been able to draw for us. Okay, then I also get this one here. So this is group 4, and that's what they are having. Hope everyone can see there. So they started by calculating the value of x. So that by calculating the value of x, they say when you add this plus this plus this plus x, you should get 360. Why do you think we are adding up to 360? Because a pie chart is a circular figure and its angles add up to 360 degrees. So that's why when they add all these angles, they end up with 360 degrees. Then when they add this plus this plus this, they have that. Okay, this is going to be 240. This is going to be 240 plus 75, 15 equaling to 360. Then they took this side and then they subtracted, then they got x as 45. So then they came here and they drew their pie chart. So I'm going to also draw and they will see. So this one they're saying from here up here is 120. But when you look at this, in our diagram they have 120, yet for us we have 150. So is this right or wrong? It's wrong. Why? Missing information. Okay, so let us try to measure there and see. If we try to measure, let me try to measure. I'm going to use the protractor here, and I try to measure here. The angle. The angle they are having, by the way, the angle they are having is 150. But in writing, they just put 120. I think you can see the mistake they made. So this was the angle is okay, but writing here. So there we can get a mark and then we start giving them some marks. So whoever got this right, the x value, we are giving them a mark. Then you start here, the angle is wrong with this angle here. It's that their angle is wrong, but the measurement is very right. Then 90 degrees, you measure those groups, you measure their work. Also the groups, you said we extend the work. So when you measure this one, let me measure this one and I see. This one is perfect 90 degrees. Then when I measure this, it will be, we measure like this. You start from 0, come in this side. So you measure from 0, you see. The line with the 0 should be there. Then you come and you see, you measure this side. So this one is perfect 75. It means that now even if you don't measure this, it's going to be 45. The remaining angle arrays. So let me take you through and I see the other way. So it's that for them, they are starting from here. They are measuring from here up to here. So the other way, you can also measure in a certain way, the vertical. It's also okay. No problem. Anyway, for those who are not able to see, then they do that. They started by drawing. Where is good for? Okay, started by drawing a circle. So then they also start by drawing a simple circle, which is going to fit here. Is it fitting properly? Simple circle. Okay, I think there it is okay. Everything is okay there. Okay. So then we start by drawing also a circle. So you mark this is the point you're starting from. Then from there, the other one is we are going to use a ruler and then a protractor, right? Okay. So now someone can say me I'm going to start. You can start measuring from there. It is also okay. But there is also okay. But yes, the only thing which is wrong is this, the writing. So you can say let me start measuring here from here up to here. It is also very okay. So I want to show you other ways of doing this. You can say now me, I'm going to start measuring from here. You always make a vertical line, you are going to start from. Even if you start from here, for them their vertical line was here, you're going to start from measuring from here. So then you come and you measure. Now the question is the way we put a protractor. So if you start measuring like this, then you can either start on this side or this side. It's up to you. No problem. So if you are going now this side, you can be having, you see, this point here is put at the center of that circle. Then you measure. You measure 120 degrees. You see now we are starting from 0, not 180. We are starting from 0. This is where people do mistakes. You start from 0. So when I start from 0, I come up to when I reach 150. You see my 150 is here. So 150, you see? 150 is here. That's where it is. If you start measuring, you use now the upper, the other which is up 0, 30, 75, 100, 150. That's where I want. Because my angle here for portion is there. So that's where I draw it. I put a dot. After putting the dot, then you get a ruler. And then you join from the center there, passing through that dot like this. So then you indicate that this is our 150, not 120 degrees. And then you indicate which people or which students are taking this. These are students all who are eating portion. So you indicate that this is now for portion or portion. Now from where you stopped, it's where I start from when you are measuring 90 degrees. So then you get your protractor again. Then you put it like this. So you see, this is the way I'm going to put it. This is at the center there. Then now this side, you know I'm going this side. You have to be uniform. I'm going this side. Now I start from 0 to when I reach 90. 0, 10, 20. This is where my 90 is. You put a mark, then you get a ruler, then you join from the center. So like you see my center is there. Then that's where my point is. Then I join from here up to here. So here, you can put the symbol for 90, or you can say this here is 90 degrees. You see here, for them they are missing the students who were eating that. So here 90 is for matoke. So you indicate that this is now the sector for matoke. Matoke. Then after from where you stopped, now you come and measure off for 75. 75. It means that now I'm going to start from 0 again. This should be here. Then I count off my 75. I start from the one for 0. 0, 10, 30, 40, 50, 70, then 75 is around here. Then I get my ruler. I will join from there up here. So that's where my 75 is. So you show that this is 75 degrees. Then these are people who are eating rice. Then this one, even if you don't measure, but you just take it for quality, it's going to be the balance. After drawing all, this works if you have only one remaining. So you see, you put 0 mark is there, then at the center, 0 mark. I think you can only see from the 0. I think you can see it's 45. So for it, if you are accurate, the remaining angle after putting all is going to be accurate. So this one is going to be 45 degrees. And this one, it was for others. This is our pie chart. Okay, so you see, I have the same, but just the arrangement is different. They have the same, but different arrangements. The only thing here they miss is this one is not 120. It's supposed to be 150. So get me that mark. So here I see our colleagues, this was supposed to be 150. The angle I measured it was right. This was supposed to be 150, not 120. Even if now you try now going this side, it will be okay. So that's how we do present data on the pie chart. So now I'm going to give you an activity here. This one you've done. So can you now give the people their work back? Here you are supposed to get representing 1, 2, 3. These are 4 marks, 5 marks. Then drawing an unaccurate circle. They are supposed to be 6 out of. So here these ones they are having 5 out of 4. 5 out of 6. Why? They wrote this wrongly. So that's why we are denying them that mark there. So that's it. Now, in your groups, I want you to go, anyway, this one requires some simple calculations. I want you to measure people, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. People, we are going to go and measure. You see the field? We are going to go there and measure. We are going to measure the centimeters. We are going to get. Okay, let us do this. Let us calculate the number of boys in class. Okay, you calculate the number of boys in senior 1. You calculate the number of boys in this class. Then you get their total, convert, and also get the total for girls. You convert them to, I want you to do those computations. Then you represent the data on the pie chart, the number of boys and the number of girls. So can we do that? Okay, and represent it on the pie chart. So see you. Let us see now angle relationships. We have what we call complementary angles. These are angles that add up to 90 degrees. Complementary angles add up to 180 degrees. These are the things, I think we saw them at primary level. You saw them, so that's why I'm just commenting. You know that complementary angles add up to 90, supplementary 180. They give you parallel and intersecting lines. They produce alternating angles. They produce vertically opposite angles. They produce also corresponding angles. So this is what we call, the moment you start this slide, these two are parallel, they should be parallel. These two should be parallel. This is what we call a transverse. This line is what we call a transverse. So if that's the case, the angle here is equal to the angle here. And the angle here is equal to the angle here. Okay, when vertically opposite, you see this angle is always going to be equal to this, and this is going to be equal to this. They are vertically opposite. Then corresponding angles, when you add this plus this, they add up to 180, and always the angle here in this line makes above this line is going to be the same as makes above that line. And also it's going to be this. So meaning x is going to be equal to b. Then you also go to angles in the straight line. We start seeing that angles in the straight line, they add up to 180. However much they are, they should be adding up to 180 degrees. Then angles about a point add up to this 60. That's the idea what we are using. That's why these people had to do this. Okay? Yeah, so that's it. Now in the next lesson we are going to see, you try out exercise on that learner's guide, and then you present that work. Then you go and then write notes, make your own notes about this. You even give examples for complementary angles, supplementary angles. Then you hand in that work as you hand in the exercise for the group of boys and also for the work in your learner's guide. See you.